Or most people, when they going through something, they don't post as much on social media. That's how you can tell them, man, all of a sudden they back posting. Oh, I'm gonna get off social media for a little while. They going through something. But they ain't posting what's really going on. So when I understood that, homie, that's when I realized I went to college. And in college, studying politics, politicians and government officials, they rely on the uninformed, not the informed. That's how they stay in power, the uninformed, because most people vote uninformed.
Thank you.
And that's what they rely on. So when you understand that, nigga, the internet is a con man's dream. The internet is a nigga who like to play, a nigga who can con, a nigga who can scam. The internet is that's their playground, my nigga.
And you can be anything you want to be on the internet, and no one can.
No one can dispute
yeah,
it.
you can be anything.
Especially if you go to Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. If you go to those platforms where your local people are. See, Facebook, the people, your cousins, your aunties, they kind of know. But them other motherfuckers, man, you can go over there and post like you, whatever you want to be.
And that's it.
So that's why you see nothing but happy pictures on there.
Speaking of politics, who you think is our best candidate coming up?
Trump. He's been president before. What did anything bad happen when he was president to us? Did black people go back to slavery?
COVID, but that wasn't him.
COVID was an attack on America by China. That's why they could, when it happened, the first thing they did, he signed a defense act.
Right.
It was they started signing military defense acts because that was an attack on America.
I think you said Kamala Harris, you felt like she can't relate to black America.
She can't. She ain't got
She's for they, them, and she's approving like bills where they can just do surgery. And,
yeah, she.
and it's just weird. That's where she wants to spend some of the tax money.
If you ain't got a black mother, how can you relate to black America? She got an Indian mother with the dot on her head. Yo. So how can she relate to us, homie? And most of us were raised by black mothers.
Right. But she put on that accent, though.
Well, she went to a HBCU. If she could relate to us, she would have a black husband. She would have a black husband.
And speaking of her husband, I heard somewhere that he actually owns the rights or something to Nina Simone. You heard anything about that?
I don't even know who. No, I never heard that.
I want
Nobody really even speak on her.
To her estate. He owns the right of her estate.
Well, what I find odd is I've never heard anybody speak on him, and you hardly see him. So when have you ever seen a candidate and you don't see the family?
It's true.
You have always seen the spouse of the candidate. He's never around. So I've never heard anything about him, hardly ever see him. He's like an invisible man. So she's his puppet.
Definitely, because she doesn't have kids. She raised his
There you
kids,
go.
so that's how she makes the family.
I feel like that.
The picture is she's a family woman.
And she don't.
It's not her family.
It's not her family. Yeah.
Right. I always felt like that. Every time I bring this up to guests about Kamala, I feel like if she does win, she won't be running the country. He would be.
Mama Kennedy ran the Kennedy's presidency. Mama Bush, Barbara Bush, was very influential in George Sr.'s year, in George W.'s year. Most women have remained silent in the White House, but had great influence. Because Michelle was president. Obama was her puppet. So when
you feel like Obama was Michelle's puppet?
Yeah.
I think Michelle's the reason.
Why you feel like that?
She made him.
She reinforced the vote.
Yeah, she made
her
him.
strength and her power behind him. They say behind every strong man is a stronger woman, and that's Michelle.
You just wanted that insert.
No.
I did.
No,
you feel like that?
Yes, I did.
I believe that wholeheartedly. No man have ever been great without a woman.
So if you want to be president, get a wife.
No, I believe that. I believe that.
You
also.
feel like no man
throughout history have ever been single by itself and been great without a woman. Not
That's
one.
facts.
You can't name one
That's
man
facts.
that's ever been considered great was a single man by itself with no woman. It don't exist.
I always